weekdays at 3 on Channel 3.
So one of the things that we are learning on our tour of Hixson is that the people who live in this bedroom community of Chattanooga very much like to live here, dine here, work here, and get their health care here. So we are very happy this morning to have a chance to pop into Prime Imaging Hixson. Dr. Andy Creek has welcomed us in. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Julie. I really appreciate it. So we are excited to open this new imaging center. I'm sure you've had a tour of the facility. It's brand new.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it's brand new. It has all new equipment. We're very excited. We have served the community in Greater Chattanooga for more than 30 years. And we had many patients here. We know this community already. And a lot of the patients were asking us, as well as physicians, to have a more convenient location closer to where they practice at their physicians,
right,
where they live if they're patients.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that, because convenience is a big part of it in your industry, because you do want people to go and get the health care that they need, and they're not going to go if they have to travel far. But the people are nervous when they come in to get an image. I don't care if it's just a routine x-ray for something that is not life-threatening. It's a different new experience for a lot of people. The minute you walk in the door, you feel very welcomed here.
Well, thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that. Yes, I mean, we make every effort to make the patients feel comfortable. There's privacy here. There's convenience. You can drive right up. You're able to walk right in. Okay, you can have a private consultation, and most of the patients really enjoy it.
You've also done something, it sounds like, very unique, and that is you are a neuroradiologist, so you're a subspecialty within radiology. All of the radiologists who are here are board certified, fellowshipped, and they also have that subspecialty, which makes the patient's experience really very different.
It does make it different, and the reason why it makes it different is because a fellowship is actually extra training in different areas of radiology. And as a result, patients get expertise based on the study that they're getting. And as a result of that expertise, often there's a lot less expense because extra studies don't have to be ordered.
And besides the cost, you had shared with me that people might be surprised to find that sometimes, very often, when these reports come back and the readings are done in other places, you can find more false positives than you find false omissions, as you say. People get the wrong idea that there's something wrong with them.
That's right, and that actually saves the patient a lot of anxiety, and that's the main, and expense and time.
And not to interrupt you, but it's part of that cost saving because the equipment that you have is top of the line.
That's right. One of the things that we saw as a need in the Hixson community is a 3 Tesla MRI, and this will be the only 3 Tesla MRI in Hixson, and it helps serve Bledsoe, Ray County. We can draw patients from that area. And now the advantage of 3 Tesla MRI is the fact that it is faster, the pictures are clearer, and as a result, the diagnostic capacity of the machine is much higher.
I've had an experience in my life, you mentioned the clarity of the image, where there was an image misread, and it sent us down a journey of a pretty scary time because of that misread image. No fault perhaps of that situation, but that's just what happened. Right. You told me that's actually pretty common, and your office works very hard to remedy that.
That's right, and that's part of the subspecialization as well that we do here, is that there's, errors often occur where patients tend to think errors occur because of things that are omitted, but often errors can occur because of commission. And as a result, the doctor will put a diagnosis on there, and then extra studies are done. There's extra expense and extra time the patients have to invest in getting the imaging done.
We're focusing, rightly so, today on Prime Imaging Hixson.
Yes.
You do have multiple locations around the viewing area. You're a private company, so people can choose to come here. If they're at their physician's office and the doctor orders an image, they can say, hey, I want to go to Prime Imaging.
Julie, that's a great point, and patients do have a choice, and they can choose to have their imaging done anywhere. And we think that we do an excellent job with the imaging, and we also are much less expensive than the hospital. And we also have brand new equipment, and this is a brand new facility. So we're excited to be, to grow this facility with the community.
In terms of what the wait time is like, when someone, here we are talking to you on a mid-morning, I'm sure your day is very busy. When you read a scan, how quickly typically before a patient gets the results?
Usually it's the same day, and actually, of course, they can be made a priority, or if the doctor orders it what's called stat in the medical profession, then the results come out immediately.
Can you talk to me a little bit about kind of the heart of what you do every day? We talked about the welcoming environment when you come here. The staff is obviously very friendly, but people are nervous, I would think, when they're coming in, especially if it is their first time to have a scan done. When you're looking at those images, are you thinking about the person, not just the anatomy that you're looking at?
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting because I actually had something happen in my own life. And as a result, you always now think about the patient on the other end of those images. And it is amazing to have that personal experience. And yes, so.
You've also worked very hard within the office to connect with other physicians. So you'll notice when you come in here, Michael Zarnecki, who's a pulmonologist in town, has an office right next door, which helps his practice because he can send his patients right here to you.
Right.
You're trying to be as comprehensive as possible.
That's right, and we actually have an urgent care facility attached here as well. And so, as a result, there's kind of this, as you said, almost like a symbiotic relationship where Dr. Zarnecki, the pulmonologist, can come in, look at his images right away. We can often sort through what's going on and immediately come up with a diagnosis that helps him. He goes right back to the patient in the room.
You also, I guess, because we talked about your role with the neuroradiology, you have a beautiful mammography section with 3D mammography, so you can see the whole family here too. That's
right, yes. We offer all kinds of imaging here. So we offer fluoroscopy, we offer ultrasound, we offer 3D mammography, CT scans, CAT scans, and we also offer the 3 Tesla MRI.
In terms of getting an appointment with COVID right now, has that made it more difficult for people to come in and get their images processed?
Not at all. No, not at all. And this facility is ready to see patients. Right now we're accepting new patients and we are excited to have them come in.
I don't mean to keep harping on the friendly part of it, but I have to harp on that a little bit because, no offense to anybody, but we've all experienced over the course of this last year what it can be like to sometimes go into an office and it feels kind of like you're put off a little bit because of the COVID concerns that are justifiable, but they can be a little bit cold. You've gone, I guess, to great lengths to not do that here. Of course, you're protected, but it doesn't feel sterile.
Yes, thank you for saying that. That's right. We actually have taken every precaution for people in the COVID environment, but at the same time, we always create a warm environment, to have patients feel comfortable. And again, privacy is an issue. It's quiet. You're able to have a secluded consultation. You're able to park right out in front of the facility and have easy access. There's convenience. It's right in your neighborhood. And we're excited to be part of the community.
Okay, before I let you run, do you ever have times where you take a patient's reading, not literally home with you, but mentally home with you? And you think, okay, I've got to do something to help this person?
All the time. Happens to me all the time. Absolutely. And I will say, if people want to find out more, this is one of our 4 facilities. We actually have a facility also on the corner of McCauley and Holtzclaw. It used to be called Chattanooga Outpatient Center, and it's now Prime at Chattanooga Outpatient Center. Prime is now the new branding that we've done, so people know we have one on Battlefield Parkway, and we also have one on Gun Barrel Road.
And will it work where if someone, say, has a reading that is not what you'd like to report, if there is something that you find, will they ever talk to you, or do they talk just to the physician who ordered the scan?
Well, the answer is both, especially if they have an abnormal mammogram. We talk to the patients right away.
Okay.
And if there is something abnormal that's urgent, we call the referring physician right away. Today, with the iPhones today, we set up these text networks, and we're always texting each other with results, saying, please call me. This way you're not interrupting somebody out of, when they're doing an office visit. But the minute they finish the office visit, they call you and you convey the urgent result.
Well, it's a beautiful setting, and I thank you for letting us come into it today. I might be a little bit biased because I've gone down this road a time or two with scans, and so I know how nice it is when you have somebody on the other side who's looking out for you, and you can sense that when you walk in the door here.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's Prime Imaging in Hickson. Come and give them a call, make an appointment. If your doctor has a referral for you to have any type of imaging done, consider this location very much a part of the Hickson community.
And Julie, I will say we can be found at primeimaging.com.
Thank you
if you
so
need
much.
to, yeah, if you need to find us.
I'm Kelly Loeffler. I approve this message.
Somebody's got to open up the jails and let our children go. Police